What's up, man? So
How
I'm
you
here
doing?
with good. How you doing?
Good.
I'm here with Randy Larsen once again. It's been a while. I think the last time we talked was during COVID. Um,
I think you're right.
and I think the last time we saw each other in person was like a week before COVID at the that Obsessed Today is the Day show in
Yeah.
Providence, which was
Yep.
like the beginning of the end of the world for a little while.
Yeah.
Uh,
It still was.
yeah. But we're here to talk about the first Suicidal Tendencies record. Um, I have a reissue I got I was literally I got this in like Barnes and Noble. I was in there with my mom a few years ago taking her, and they had this. It's like some sort of like brown colored thing, but my original one is long gone at this point. So,
Yeah. This is an original,
oh, is it?
cover,
Oh, nice.
but there's no record in it.
Oh, shit. Did you lose the you lose? Was it your record initially, or
Uh, no, it was a good friend of mine's record
okay?
that who bought it.
Yeah.
In the day. So yeah, maybe it's a second press, third
Right.
press.
Right. Yeah.
Things been pressed so many times. I have a similar reissue that you have
Yeah. Yeah.
in the bins over here, but yeah, I have this in a frame normally up on the wall.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I popped it out to try to look cool with like an original.
Right. Um, when did you first hear this record?
This was one of the first punk records I ever heard.
Okay.
So 86
Hmm.
maybe,
Yeah.
um,
And how old are you in 86?
14.
Yeah.
Um, and then I would see Suicidal the following year, which was probably like my fifth or sixth show. And I want to ask if you were at that show,
Which
uh,
one?
May 21st, 1987, at the Living Room.
Oh,
Uh,
maybe.
joined the Army tour, and
Yeah.
Jerry's Kids opened.
Oh, man. Yeah. I may have, yeah. Because I think I saw them early on and then the joined the army, but I did see them at Providence a couple times early on. So that must have been one of the ones I was at.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw them. But this was one of two. I bought like some Kiss records and stuff like that when I
Yeah.
first started buying records, but this was one of the two first punk records I mail ordered from Thrasher magazine.
Hmm.
Um, from a mail order in there. What was it called? Deluxe. It was called Deluxe Mail Order.
Okay.
They always had like one of those long half-page ads in Thrasher
Yeah.
that have like 30 or 40 records.
Right.
I ordered this, and I ordered Dead Kennedy's Bedtime for Democracy.
Oh, nice.
Those are the first two punk records I ever owned.
Yeah.
Physical.
Yeah. And you probably told that exact story when you were on this podcast the first time, probably because we
So
kind of
maybe,
probably did talk about like, so it's
maybe
funny how that comes back around,
it could be a different version of the story.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm getting old now, so the facts change.
yeah. And you were a skater, so a lot
Yeah,
of this stuff came to you through skateboarding, which seems to be like a ongoing theme on this podcast with a lot of us.
yeah, 100%. That's how I got into all this stuff was through skating. For
Yeah.
Thrasher and the old skate videos, the Vision skate video that had TSOL and Agent Orange in it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
That was my gateway before I even bought a record.
Yeah.
Reading
Yeah.
those two bands, that's what really set
Yeah.
me up.
Yeah. It's fine. That's gone through generations because some of my friends who are like a few years younger than me discovered stuff like Fire Hose Captain as it was on one of those skate videos I remember. And that was probably mid early 90s maybe I think.
Yeah,
Um
yeah, that was yeah.
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 Um but yeah, so this record, Suicidal Tendencies, the first record, is their very first release. They had a demo that they did in like 1982,
Yep.
and I think seven or eight of the songs from that ended up on this record. And I Saw Your Mommy is on one of those Mystic Records compilations,
Mystic
which
Records.
is and it's that yeah, I know, which is that a demo version of that. And I like it. I listened to it on YouTube today, that whole demo, and people are commenting like this is how the album should sound and this and that. I'm like, I get what you're saying, but the sound on this record is so nothing sounds like this record. The guitar tone is weird. It's just like a weird, and it's not a weird sounding record, but definitely nothing sounds like this record. The way the drummer plays, Amory,
Right.
and
Great.
is just is different than the demo is definitely more raw and
Yeah.
punk rock, but
Some
like
people have
those.
to. Some people have to. The demo is
Yeah,
better.
the demo's better, guys. I know.
There's a bootleg of that demo. Someone did a bootleg on a 12-inch.
Yeah,
Uh, so I have it somewhere, I think.
yeah.
But, yeah, it's not as good as this.
No,
It's
yeah,
cool. It's a cool
yeah,
document, but
right.
this record is a perfect record.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of that on the way home tonight from work. I was like, this is because some of these ones I have like in mind to talk about on here are ones I love, but like this one has like literally been in my DNA. Like, and same with you, if you've heard it in 1986, it's a long fucking time to, so like, and every song is good. And like, I was even thinking like, uh, institutionalized. I still, I'm not gonna skip that song because it's the hit, or whatever. It's
No,
a fucking good song. It's
I
one of
agree.
the that's probably the song that sucked me in, initially.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love the whole record. And well, I'm sure we'll get to the art down the road here, but
yeah.
yeah, I think it's a perfect. And that's the thing. I don't think it's a metal record. I mean, I know there's some traces of that where the band would go, but
Mm,
I don't. When I listen to this, I don't think it's a metal record.
yeah. And it
Really,
does, yeah,
it's a
and it does, it's like on its own,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Um, because the guitar, it doesn't really have that crunchy guitar sound. It's almost like I think he's probably playing a Stratocaster or something. I don't really know, but
Yeah, probably.
yeah. But yeah, so the cover, a photo shot by famous photographer Glennie Friedman, and I had messaged you the other day because I was shocked to learn that 47 years later, or whatever the fuck, that he produced this record, which I had no idea, or I probably knew at one point or just forgot.
I had no idea. I mean, I knew obviously I knew he took the picture,
Yeah, yeah.
and I was with an old friend the other day, like Monday or something, who has been into this stuff as long as we have. And I was like, "Hey, a friend of mine told me some crazy thing. Did you know Glennie Friedman produced the Suicidal record?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You didn't know that?" I'm like, "No, I didn't know that." I never looked. Did he produce anything else?
No, I couldn't find anything,
No, I couldn't either.
so yeah. And then the guy who engineered it, Randy Burns,
Yes.
um, and I didn't know his name, and I looked up, and he produced Seven Churches by Possessed, or engineered it. Peace Sells, but Who's Buying? Scream Bloody Gore by Death, and Nuclear Assault, a bunch of stuff. And also this, do you know this record? Hell Comes to Your House
Oh,
compilation.
the old Death Rock comp.
Yeah. Um,
Yes.
I found this at a college radio station that I may or may
Oh,
not have worked at, but yeah, he engineered all the songs on this, which
that's
is
a cool record. I
yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah.
I've,
It's in
I've heard that in years.
shit uh condition because it's from a
Yeah.
radio station.
Yeah, but sometimes it's some charm to that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a lot of records like that that
Yeah.
are beat up that just still sound fine,
I thought you were going to pull out the another compilation, the Welcome to Venice.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. When was that? 85 or something? 80. It was in between.
85. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um yeah, so they put this record out and oh, the other one of the things so after this record comes out, they get voted in Flipside Fanzine the best band of the year or something. And the year before, 1982, they were voted worst band slash biggest assholes because
I
they
don't know
had,
what to do.
yeah, and they, supposedly had a gang affiliation, but, and Amory Smith is wearing that V13 hat, which was Venice 13, but it
Right.
was apparently the bass player's brother's hat or something that he borrowed, and there was no actual. But gangs of or just like groups of people did start popping up. Like suicidal psychos, and you hear the stories of some of those shows in LA. It seemed like
Yeah, very very violent. So,
yeah, yeah. One of the times I saw them sort of later on at the Channel in Boston, I think it was Rocky George was still in the band, and he was leaning in front of the crowd, and someone pulled his laminate off, and like from both sides backstage, like four or five just dudes with the shirts with the top button just came out and fucking that's essentially got it immediately back from the dude. I was like, wow. So like a traveling crew of guys that for protection or whatever. Uh,
agnostic front traveled with the pit bulls, and
yeah, yeah,
Pavel
yeah,
traveled with the security.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, so let's go through the record.
Yeah,
What's your favorite song in this, or some of your favorite tracks on here?
my favorite. If I had to pick a favorite, it'd probably be the last song, "Suicidal Failure."
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, I love that song. I mean, obviously, I love "Institutionalized." I love "I Saw Your Mommy," but those are like it's like Iron Man and Paranoid.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
I
undeniably
know,
great songs, but
right?
I'm
But
kind
yeah,
of tired of them.
they
So
kind of sit in their own
yeah,
world.
yeah. I love "I Shot the Devil" too.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
technically called "I Shot Reagan," but
yeah, yeah.
depending which stories you read, the FBI may have
I
gone.
know. Yeah, I always question that. I imagine it was just the label going, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this, but it is listed as that in the lyric sheet. It says I
It is,
shot Reagan.
yeah.
Um,
Um, I love the whole record, man. It's really
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. It
Really,
really is. There's no skips. There's no
no,
skippers in
no,
this.
it's hard to pick, but those are probably some of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
How about you?
Um, Possessed. I love.
Oh, yeah, great.
Um, I just love the just how it's like a fast song, but it's almost the drum beat, and I feel like a lot of the drum beats on this are like almost sound not backwards, but I'm not like a drummer, so I don't know any the technical jargon, but some of the rhythms on this record just sound they're not typical. And
No, I love the drumming. As a matter of fact, some of the drumming on here reminds me of some of those early Boston records, like
yeah,
Negative X,
yeah,
where
yeah,
like, the drumming really. I'm not saying the drumming's incredibly good or complicated, but it's different. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
the
yeah,
beats are different, and they make weird choices for
right,
the music.
yeah,
Still very simple, but they just make weird choices, and it stands out. I love it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of those, I think drummers in hardcore in the early days don't get enough credit for like Jeff Nelson, just the way that guy played, like just
Incredible.
yeah, yeah. Or the guy in Jerry's Kids, Brian Betzger, who's like Keith
Yes.
Moon,
Yeah.
like there's
Yeah.
no like just like straightforward like him, hi-hat, snare, beat. It's just like constantly moving around the drum set.
Well,
And,
I mean, the music was so new back then. These guys were just kind of figuring it out.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was no blueprint to hardcore or punk drumming, really. It was
yeah,
just like figure it out.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah, I Shot the Devil, I think, is one of my favorites on here. Suicidal Failure, though, same. It's almost like a blues song. It's
Yeah,
like that.
it
It's
totally
like
is.
it's like a
The track before that, "I Want More," that is the song where you can really hear a little bit of glimpse of where they were going.
yeah, yeah,
There's a song on Joining the Army, I feel like it has that same guitar riff in it.
yeah, yeah.
Something very similar. And
Right,
popped in my head the other day. I'm like, oh, that does kind of sound a little bit like where they would go.
right, right. Yeah,
But yeah, yeah, Suicidal Failure is like a blues song for sure.
yeah, yeah. Um, and what else? So I've got so many friggin' notes here.
Yeah, I know. I'm not really looking at mine. I'm making you do all the
I
work.
that's cool. Um,
Oh, we skipped over the just real quick
oh yeah,
well, the art.
oh yeah, and all
Um,
those T-shirts and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
all the
Let's talk
stuff
about that.
around the edge and like
Yeah,
the whole back cover with all
yeah,
these made.
yeah,
I mean, that I got it when I was young. When I got this when I was 14.
yeah,
Stuff sucked me in
yeah,
almost as much as the music.
yeah, yeah,
It's just so crazy. Like my dad had all these old like work shirts like
yeah,
this.
yeah,
And I would just dig them out of the basement, and I'm like, "Can I have this?" And he'd be like,
yeah,
"Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead."
yeah,
And I would make these.
yeah. I had a couple too that I made and wore them to school.
Me too. I
Yeah,
probably had like 10 different ones.
that's
Um,
awesome.
I don't have. I wish I still had at
Yeah.
least one of them. But so you used to make the shirts
Yeah.
too?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a few, yeah, I had a few that I made, and I remember my mother was not, too excited with them, but especially as
Yours,
my grandfather killed himself, but um,
Jesus.
and it was like around the same time, so
Yeah,
those kind of got shuffled away at that point. But yeah, these were crazy, and it's cool to think that this is their first record, and they already had this sort of following of people, and
yeah, yeah.
you've probably seen that video of them from is it from like Black Flag's garage or that show? It's like them in like a garage from like 1980. He looks like he's 12.
I had that on a VCR tape
Oh,
way,
nice.
way back, probably like 85, 86, whatever. I
Yeah.
had Black Flag Live 84,
Oh, yeah, I love that
and
one.
that someone dubbed on a VHS for me. I
Yeah.
don't even remember where I got it. But,
Right, right. That's
um,
awesome.
yeah, and it was cool too because like if you did you skate? I forgot
I
if you
did. Yeah, yeah,
okay. So you remember like Suicidal Records and Suicidal Skates? They always had like
yeah,
that full page ad
yeah, yeah,
on Thrasher. Because I was gonna say back in the day you had to make shirts because you couldn't just get on the internet and buy
yeah, yeah,
things
yeah,
you
yeah,
wanted. But actually with Suicidal, it was pretty easy to get
yeah,
shirts.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I didn't have any money, so
yeah. I know.
so
Yeah, same
I
here.
made these instead.
I know. Yeah, if you had yeah, I feel like a lot of my clothes were stuff I drew, I was
Yeah.
good. I probably couldn't do that at this point, but I was really good at, I had a denim vest that I still can't believe like that I would wear this around school, but it was the cover of Wear the Meat Man and You Suck that I drew. And just like wore that at like, 15 years old in high school.
Yeah,
And,
I had a jean jacket with a friend of mine was an artist. He could
yeah.
draw better than me, so he was an artist, and
Yeah.
he the SOD
Oh, yeah.
head on the back, and then I had the underdog, the smiley face
Yeah,
thing
yeah, yeah.
that was on the sleeve. That was
Oh,
my
nice.
high school denim gear.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, denim people don't but, like my girlfriend always makes fun of me because all the pictures of me were decked out in denim in the 80s. uh but yeah, we wore a lot of denim that just had writing all over it,
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure I did the hats at some point with the writing.
yeah, oh
And,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too.
so
Me too.
but yeah, so that aesthetic of this coming from like Kiss and Iron Maiden and stuff was cool in this in regard, because was still new to punk, but I was getting like, the FUs and, sort of all that stuff that was sort of standard record covers of that era, aside from maybe like the stuff like Pushead did that was, more cool, like cool looking.
Yeah,
Um, but it was cool to see like skulls on a record again,
yeah, 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 yeah. It was cool. Yeah, it was a very even though they got popular pretty quick and they had like
Yeah,
videos on
yeah,
MTV, they
yeah,
toured. They were still a very mysterious band to me because
yeah,
there
yeah,
always seemed to be people coming and going all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like,
The lineup was never
no,
solid, even on this. I think I read the original pressings of this. They had the guitar player who replaced
yes,
what's his name? uh
Joe Nelson.
yeah, yeah. um they had his name on the back of the record, and then
Yeah,
they changed it at one point, so
I guess that would be. I mean, I definitely do not have. This is not a first press
yeah,
because
yeah,
uh, uh, Grant Estes is a guitar player.
yeah, 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 same here. And then like the thank you list has it's funny because it's all the BYO and Black Flag are in like bold letters.
I wonder why that is.
I know. They're probably like, we got to try to get on BYO.
Yeah, right.
Um, but yeah, Mike Ball, Dave Hutchinson, Glennie Friedman, Jay Adams, all the Suicidal Boys with a Z, and Chicks. And oh yeah, and there we go. And everyone that voted us worst band and biggest assholes in Flipside 82 polls. Oh yeah, because those were those poll. I remember filling those polls out.
I don't remember those, but I do remember. Like, The suicidal girls with a Z. Is that what you said?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
But suicidal boys with a Z and chicks with an X.
Oh, chicks, because
Yeah.
Warzone had the Warzone women.
Yeah, the Warzone women, yeah. I wonder if
Yeah.
there was any beef between those two crews. Um,
Not yet.
yeah. But the lyrics on this record too, where he has like a sense of humor,
Yeah,
and but also the serious, even though institutionalized is like kind of a campy, like silly song, it's also like I feel like a lot of us probably related to that alienation as a teenager, and that like was immediately
of
and
course.
just like the what else on here, subliminal, yeah, a lot of the stuff on here was very I want more,
Yeah.
suicidal failure.
Well, as I probably said when I was on here one other time, I grew up in a real small town.
Yeah,
There wasn't a lot of people into this stuff,
yeah,
into anything cool or
right, yeah, yeah,
outside of the norm.
right,
So I definitely could relate to some of those songs
yeah,
because I felt like I was in a bubble,
yeah,
amongst all these other people that were like, "What the hell's wrong with this guy?" You
yeah,
know.
yeah,
So I could definitely relate to that stuff. And yeah, it's kind of campy and silly when you look back on it, but at the time, it was pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. And it created a meme, all I
Right.
wanted was a Pepsi, which has showed up in like I think Cypress Hill and
Yeah.
other
Your favorite band, Limp Bizkit.
yeah, Limp Bizkit. I think yeah, they mention it in one of their songs. But yeah, so let's talk about there was a music video for this song, and I had discovered today, I was just telling you before we started recording here, but the I never knew this, but the parents of that video on the video are the actor Jack Nance, who was born in Boston, who's Eraserhead from the David Lynch movie, and Pete Martell from Twin Peaks, right? Pete
Right.
Martell. And then the mother is Mary Woronov, who was Miss Togar in Rock and Roll High School.
Oh,
And then
okay.
she was also Mary Bland in that movie Eating Raoul. Did you see that movie?
Yep. Years ago. Yeah.
Um, so her and her husband in that movie, who was Paul Bartel, who directed the movie too. Um, so they're the couple is Paul and Mary Bland, and they show up as the same characters in that movie Chopping Mall, which is just like a random trivia. Which I saw that movie a couple years ago, and I was like, oh, there's those two actors from that movie, and but they're playing the same characters. Is they're named same in there. They
That's
just happen
funny.
to be in the movie, which is weird.
I should have rewatched that. I haven't seen that video in so long. I should have rewatched it, but I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a good video, and it's definitely like Mike Muir just like staring at the sitting there like all mellow and just
Right.
he's always had that sort of disposition to him, just that like sort of mellow thing. I mean, maybe not now. Now he runs, you know, runs across the stage doing that. His
Psycho.
Psycho Michael, yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
that video though, I think that's one of the first, like I don't mean like new wave, but like one of the first like punk slash hardcore videos to ever get played on MTV.
yeah, yeah,
I think
definitely.
it did get a fair amount of airplay on
Yeah,
MTV. That
yeah,
kind of propelled the popularity of the band.
yeah, yeah. And Tom Araya shows up in the video for like a second right at the beginning.
Yes.
He pushes by Mike Muir. But the record, I also found out that the song was covered. It was a tribute to the Repo Man soundtrack, and it was covered by Amanda Palmer and the Grand Theft Orchestra, which I've never heard, and I'm gonna just try to go the rest of my time on Earth with not hearing Amanda Palmer
I'm
do
gonna do this.
Institutionalized. What's that? You
I'm
gotta
gonna
do
do
the
this.
same. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's make a pact now that we'll just try to avoid hearing that forever.
Didn't Body Count also?
Yeah, yeah. That was the next thing I was gonna say. And the video for that is amazing. And I watched that video
I gotta see.
today, and it's amazing. It's Ice-T, just body count doing institutionalized, but all the little complaint sections are different. The first one is he comes home and he wants to play his Xbox. All he wants to do, and his wife comes home and starts telling him he's playing too much of the Xbox, and she says, I saw on Oprah today that guys who play video games don't love their wives. And he says, I don't give a F about Oprah. Oprah ain't got no man. And it's his wife, whatever her name is, in the
Coco?
video.
Coco?
Coco. Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
her name? I think
I
so.
think, yeah, yeah. And then the next one is him ranting about like having to change his password on the computer, and he's on the phone with tech support, and of course it's like an Indian guy. And this is only it's not that long ago. And then the last one is him. He's like at work, but he's on a movie set, and he says, "Just gonna eat a ham sandwich, a little chips on the side, some Kool-Aid, and then some guy working on the film set has a meat is murder shirt on, and he's like, that ham sandwich is really bad for you, and that's screaming. But it's not a great fucking cover. I mean, body count are what they are. But
Yeah.
it is funny to see because it's I do love Ice-T as a
Oh,
person, and he's coming from the right place, doing that.
yeah. I agree. I agree. And I love those first three Ice-T records.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's about as deep as I go, but I like those three.
yeah, yeah. Um, and then Slayer covered Memories of Tomorrow on
Right.
the Undisputed Attitude, but like a the Japanese version or something. Because I don't think that was on the. I didn't realize there was like a few different versions of that,
I
but
didn't either. I
yeah,
just, for some reason, I thought it was on whatever version I had, but maybe I'm just imagining that.
yeah. Yeah. When I read that was on there, I was like, oh, I don't remember actually hearing this, but they do it justice.
Yeah, I can see them doing a good
Yeah,
job.
and then so at one point they lost the rights to this record, and they decided a good idea would be to re-record it,
I was going to
which
bring that. I
is
was going to bring that up.
which is never a good idea ever, I feel like, with any bands.
Uh,
Um,
no, as a matter of fact, can you think of one off the top of your head where a re-recorded version is ever
I
equal
know.
or better?
Yeah, like of a whole, maybe a song here and there, but I can't
Yeah,
think of like a band, like I think Megadeth did that with their first record, and which, I'm not really a huge fan of them anyway, or that record, but
me neither.
yeah, who else has done that?
Uh,
Um,
one that pops to my mind is it's not in the same realm really, but did you happen to hear that Roger Waters version of Dark Side of the
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nope, yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that wasn't a good, yeah.
no.
Um,
I
but
can't think of any other examples, but they're out
yeah,
there. We've heard
yeah.
them.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We've suffered through them. But yeah, but yeah, so they recorded this during in between what do you call it? This record and Join the Army. Oh no, no, way later in like 1990 or something. Um
Oh,
the Still Psycho After All These
yeah,
Years. Is that
I
what
think
it's
it was
called?
'93. I think too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, recorded in the during the Lights Camera Revolution sessions. Um but yeah, no, I don't know, when bands do that it's always just weird to me.
I agree.
Yeah. And then so, after this record, how far into their catalog gets pretty spotty. I feel like this is the like even the Join the Army record is has some good songs, but there's a lot of the corny stuff like started seeping in like real hardcore like immediately. And that
Yeah,
record's what 3 years, like 4 years later they had like a
yeah. I was
3.
looking at the gap today between the like '87, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, I like Join the Army quite a bit because that was a record I bought it at Newbury Comics like the week it came out, and
yeah, yeah,
yes, I'm on that tour.
yeah,
So I think I like it more as just more of a sentimental thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I do like it though. I do like that record.
yeah,
There
yeah,
is some funny stuff on there.
yeah,
Um, I got to be honest. I kind of do like How I Laugh Today, How I Laugh
yeah.
Tomorrow.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I
All right,
like
yeah,
that record a lot.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it's like it's a different band by that point.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just a thrash band.
yeah,
But I like that record.
yeah, yeah.
Um, and I'll go as far as to say I like the opening track on Lights Camera Revolution.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You Can't Bring Me Down. It's like
yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Does that have
cheap.
Stone? Send Me Your Money. Is that on that too? Send Me Your Money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
I
a
think
there's
it's. Yeah, I guess some of the corny stuff like that, like him being like the preacher, was
yeah,
actually it's actually a good song.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, but that was the introduction. I think it's not the record that Robert Trujillo came in on bass.
Yeah,
There's the infectious groove,
yeah, yeah,
all kinds of became one thing, and it was just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I don't know, man.
yeah,
I can handle a little slap bass because a lot of good hardcore bands in the early '90s and late '80s had slap bass. They
yeah. I know.
just
Yeah,
stuck
yeah,
it in there. Some of our
yeah.
favorites,
Oh yeah,
Uh,
chorus on the guitar and
yeah,
flanger on the guitar and slap bass. Yeah, and we enjoyed it. And it's
yeah,
still it's like if you hear that now and you're like a new school kid, it might not sound you know
right,
it's gonna sound weird to you. And you're not maybe 100% understand
right.
what where it's coming from or whatever. But yeah,
I agree. But I don't go. What they did put out that other record too after that was kind of had shitty production. It was like a thrash record. It was a little heavier, called like "Feel Like Shit," Deja Vu or
oh
something.
yeah, yeah, yep, yeah. That was pretty good too. Yeah,
But I think some of those songs were like really old songs. Some
yeah.
of
That they
those songs,
redid. Yeah,
yeah, they
yeah,
might have even been No Mercy songs.
yeah, yeah,
That band that was on the Welcome to Venice comp.
yeah, yeah.
A lot of the bands for that Welcome to Venice comp are all the same people.
I know. Yeah, yeah.
It's
They all
like
share the same people. Yeah,
4 or 5 bands, and
yeah,
um, so I don't know. I don't really remember, and I have to look it up. But the deal with that record, but some of those songs are really old songs.
yeah,
Uh, but after that, I am
yeah,
100% out. I don't.
yeah, 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 yeah. The slap bass stuff, and it's sad because wish more bands like had sort of existed like that. Welcome to Venice comp, like the XL and those kind of bands,
Right.
because that was I feel like the that stuff is more crossover and thrash than people call this a metal record, but you know
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
sort of them sort of letting their hair down, so to
Right.
speak.
Right. Yeah. Excel was a total thrash band. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
No Mercy was like way more of a thrash band.
yeah, yeah. The XL played recently, didn't they? Or they put something out recently, or did they
Uh,
sort of active a little here and there?
yeah. Southern Lord did a reissue.
Yeah,
Think of both their full lengths.
yeah,
They play sporadically.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
I know that's the one thing about not living in California is you miss like stuff like that seems to randomly happen,
Right. Right.
Yeah, because I can't see XL coming out to Rhode Island or anything.
No.
But
Probably not.
although Fang just played here a few months ago, and I
I was
didn't
thinking
go.
about going, but
Yeah, yeah,
Stalag 13 dropped off the bill.
yeah, yeah. That's it. Yeah, exactly. That's who I wanted to see actually, because
Yeah.
I don't think they ever made it out this way, as far
They
as I
never
know.
did.
Yeah.
No. I did see Fang at the Anthrax in like '87, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
So I did see
Nice.
them. I like
Yeah.
Fang. I like the
Yeah.
first couple records.
Yeah. 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 They were good. They're a good band.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool that a lot of those bands are active again.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. So other bands that have sort of did the same thing where I do the same thing where like this era of the band is so I almost think of the same with like Sabbath when I think about the Aussie era and the Dio era, it's almost like a different animal. I mean, maybe not 100% the same as this comparison, but I'm trying to think of any like another band that sort of just completely did something different, later on.
Discharge.
Yeah, yeah, Discharge, yeah. Yeah, or the Misfits, yeah. Um,
I think I'd rather listen to Grave New World than any of the post Danzigs.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. I know I talked about on my last episode I just did on the one I just put out today that I already can't fucking remember.
Circle
Uh,
Jerks.
Circle Jerks. I talked about hearing like sort of when your entry point is with a band and Earth AD was the first thing I heard by the Misfits and I can imagine if you were like a Misfits fan in the 80s and the last record you hear by them is Walk Among Us and then like a year or two later whenever the Earth AD comes out and you buy that and you're like what the fuck is this?
A hardcore band now.
Yeah, yeah. This sounds like scary Discharge or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I love all that Misfit stuff though.
Yeah, yeah, I do
Oh,
too. Yeah. Um, so yeah, sort of to wrap this up. So this record for you is pretty important record. Like you said, it's been in your DNA forever. So where
yes.
do you put it? sort of in that realm of, favorite records or
I mean, that's I'd be hard pressed not to. I'd say it probably has to go in the top 20,
yeah, 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 yeah.
even though it probably doesn't deserve to be there,
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
just because it was so formative for me. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
uh, I know every word to every song.
yeah, yeah,
Stared at this cover for hours when I was a kid in my bedroom. Like, it's just
yeah,
a very important record to me.
yeah,
So I'd say it probably have to be in the top 20, but I mean, I probably have 200 records in my top
yeah.
20.
I know. Yeah, same here. That
How about
change
you?
very. Yeah, probably about. Yeah, it's probably the same. Like it's definitely like it's one of these, and it's sort of the reason I've been doing these episodes of some of these records that are, they're popular records, but maybe not like considered like classics by most people. But
Right.
because yeah, I don't think most like the hardcore purists, like those people were talking about, like the demos, the better
Yeah.
people probably don't care about this, probably because they became a popular band or because right off the bat they were on MTV and
Right. Right.
but they have like a weird history, so it's like just one of those spotty histories, like you were saying, with so many different lineup changes and the sound has changed and gaps between records and
Yeah.
have branching out with the different bands. So it's definitely an interesting band.
I
It'd
agree.
be cool to like be a young kid getting into this and then going down the rabbit hole of all the stuff that happens after this. So
Yeah. Well, I was along for the ride for the first four records.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Knowing full,
yeah, but
yeah,
very important record for me.
yeah. Cool. Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you doing this, and I'm gonna put out another list of these records, and we'll have to do a few more of these.
Yeah, man, I'm up for it. I'll be awaiting your list, and I will message you so I get an early pick.
Awesome. All right, man.
All right,
Thanks.
take care.
You too.